Hi, I'm Victoria Chandler, the curator of collections here at Historic Arkansas Museum, and today I'm going to talk to you about our new dress that's on display in Conspicuous Consumption. The history behind it, if you had visited the gallery before the past 6 months that the other dress had been up, the mother of the owner of this dress was the owner of the last dress that was on display, and so we're kind of keeping it in the family, which is really fun. This dress was owned by a woman named Lily Miller Carter. She went by Lulu, but she owned this dress for a while, but this was her wedding dress. She met Hardy Carter, who was a judge here in Dardanelle, Arkansas, in her hometown of Ripley, Mississippi. And they were smitten with each other, and apparently on Christmas Day in 1882, he was so taken with her that he had to get married that day. And so this is what she was wearing when they happened to get married. So to get this dress on display, we were really lucky that it's in such good condition, and so it can stay on display a little bit longer. But to kind of start, we had to pull the dress out from our collection storage and take all these sorts of measurements. We start with styrofoam and kind of shave down the form to get, bust right, the shoulders, neckline, and then the waist is really important, and then hips as well. Deputy Director Donna Updegrove, she made this buckram mold that was wrapped around the styrofoam, and this kind of hardens, and so you take the styrofoam out, and then you can kind of warp that buckram mold, and it gives it more durability. And then we can also reuse that styrofoam mold to make more mannequins in the future. And then we also, for the arms, instead of having, a mannequin like a person, which would make it very awkward to get the arms into, we have detachable arms that we use magnets, or that we attach them with. It makes it super simple. And then we can also use Velcro as well. This was a bit of a process getting the dress on, just because, it was also a bit of a process getting dressed back in those days as well. We had to order a custom rump, for, most women would have had a crinoline skirt at the time. We'll see them walk around. But during the 1880s, it was very popular to have, very straight, flat front dress, and then you had a big bump in the back around your booty. And so she would have had a more supportive skirt, probably, that would have gone kind of like a candy cane off her back. But we we don't want to have too much of that, so we ordered this period appropriate rump that we put on the back of her, and then we also put a petticoat down the low to give support to the skirts. So we wrapped the skirt on and had to pin it very carefully and adhere it to the mannequin. And then kind of fluff on the underside and make sure it's all in the right place. And then we put the top of the coat on, which we had to, make sure it was secure in the waist first, just to make sure it fit, and so we wouldn't have to start over. Some of the measurements were a little off, and so we had to stuff in, give her a little bit more bosom, but also shoulders, and kind of fill that out. And so we worked on that for a little bit and adjusted the piece. When we're working with textiles, we really want minimal touching with the object. So, we're not trying it on the mannequin constantly to see if it fits based on every adjustment. It's really, I think we put it on the mannequin maybe 3 times total, because we really don't want to disturb the piece. But we're really excited. It's just really gorgeous, this opulence of fabric, and what a great display of conspicuous consumption.